Hi everyone, welcome to our channel run by academic advising team at Webster, where you are going to learn and improve your academic success with us. So let's get started. First, we will have a look at the topic that is called how to review your degree audit. It's very important that you know what courses you are taking, what courses you need to take in order to be able to graduate. It's very important that you are aware of the courses, of the requirements, and most of the time we have some students who have no idea what degree audit is, so this is going to be your helper. So let's get started. Here we have a very great example of this student that is taking business administration major. If you are in a different major, it's completely fine. This example is going to work for you. It's going to still help you clarify your requirements, your business, not business, but other major pattern is going to be the same. So you are required to read some notices from the degree audit plan, so which is going to navigate you better in terms of your major. So where to find it, where to find your degree audit? Some students also ask this question, so I'm going to show you where. So this is going to be in your connections, right? You will be enrolled as a student, and please go below academic record. You will find degree audit section just there. It's going to be almost the same with the students, so don't worry. Just search for the word degree audit and press on that line. And this will lead you to this page that is called Webster University Degree Audit. And this is where you have the clear understanding of the courses, required courses you need to take if you are taking minor, if you're doing double majoring. So this will include all the requirements for you to be able to graduate from Webster University. First things first, we will get started with the info section. This section is going to include all the information about the student. We have highlighted this part because it's an example from a student. Here you will find your full name, and just below that you will find your ID number. Just in case you cannot find your ID number, you can go to your degree audit and it will include your ID number just below your full number here next to ID number section. Then you are going to find out your classification. This student is first-time freshman. This student has just been enrolled to Webster University, so it's highlighted as first-time freshman. If you are second year, then automatically it's going to say sophomore and other classifications. Another thing to mention is the advisor section. If you do not know how to find and where to find your advisor who you are assigned to, you can find it in this section. It will include the name and the surname of your advisor. And next part of the info section is going to include your major. If you want to check if you applied for changing your major or so, you can check it here if it has been updated. And last thing that is interesting to mention, that our degree audit also shows you planned graduation date. So this student is expected to graduate in May 2027. So this is more like an approximate way of calculation. So you can have a look at this if you want to know when you want to graduate. Yes. And I would like to draw your attention to this part where it mentions that this degree audit is provided for advisement. So from here, you get the advice, get the understanding what required courses to take. Still, if you have any concerns, any misunderstandings, I would highly recommend making an appointment with your advisor and having a discussion on that. So let's get started with this section. I'll zoom in a little bit so that it's very clear. Here it states undergraduate requirements 120 credit hours. As everybody knows, you need to complete 120 credit hours in order to graduate from Webster. This is about the numbers, and you need to also complete at least 2.0 GPA for you to graduate. If it's below than that, then you are not allowed to graduate. This is the required section, and just below that you have the completed one. It shows what GPA you have currently. So some students, they don't know what GPA it is. Sometimes the academic record section is a little bit confusing to them. So please then go to your degree audit and find completed section where it will show what kind of GPA you have currently and how many credit hours you have currently earned. So this student is a first-time freshman, so he or she has 0 credit hours and 0 GPA. All right, so then we're gonna have a look at the notice section again. So please check major requirements carefully. So this major requirement is only applied for business administration student, and also it states the exclusions, the opportunities, the substitutions the Webster University offers for the student. For example, it states only 1D grade may be used to complete the requirements, which means that throughout the whole studies of yours at Webster, you are allowed to take just 1D grade for throughout the whole studies, and below than any other course elective or the core courses you are taking, if it's below or D, they're not going to be completed. You will have to repeat them if it's a core course, for example. If it's an elective, you don't have to. So this section is an interesting part where you will find your required courses. So courses you need to complete to graduate, right? And it shows how many hours to complete: 45. From required courses, you need to cover 45 credit hours. So, and also it also states the list of the core courses you need to take. Please carefully read these kind of notice sections. It may differ from major to major, and compare them and try to understand and do accordingly. If you do not understand, again, talk to your advisor to have a better understanding. So far, this part mentions that you can substitute this course, for example, with this one. So currently, the student is enrolled in math course, right? So it gives 3 credit hours and it shows IP. What does it mean? It means in progress, that the student has just been enrolled and he hasn't studied yet. If you have studied and if you have your grade, then you will have your grade in this part. If it's A, B, or C, this is going to be mentioned at the very last. So yeah, so basically these are the core required courses you need to take, and overall of 45 credit hours. Just below that, we have this part which is called required upper level electives. Yes, they're called electives, but they're not completely electives. You really need to take them for you to graduate because they're required. I may explain the logic by stating that these are the required courses you need to take from which you can select. So we have the course names and the beginning of the number, right? So any course name that is called BUSN and start with 3000, then other numbers may be different. You can take these courses and complete your required upper level electives. Importantly, I want to mention that it must be different from the core courses, all right? And the requirement for the upper electives is the 9 credit hours. Logically, if each course gives you 3 credit hours, you need to take 3 courses in order to be able to cover your required upper electives. All right, so requirements for core courses. So you need to have at least 2.0 GPA and 54 credit hours in total to cover your core courses, including required courses plus required upper electives. So in this notice, you need to read it as well, just like others, in order to understand more about your major. They may differ. Now we will have a look at GCP program, a Global Citizenship Program. This program is absolutely the same for all majors, so you can be sure that it's the same. You can compare with your friends from other majors. So any student that is enrolled in Webster, they're going to be automatically added to this course, Global Cornerstone Seminar, because it's the introductory course for the whole program. So it will explain what the program is, how you are going to study along. And it also has knowledge areas and the skill areas. For knowledge areas, as we can see, we have the roots of culture with 5 credit hour requirements. In total, you need to take 5 credit hours for this area. Logically, if the course gives 3 credit hours, you need to take at least 2 courses to cover this area, which is going to be 6. And the same works for social system and human behavior. You need to take 6 credit hours and 2 courses logically to cover this area. And where to figure out which courses are GCP? Very good question. So with these kind of starts, with these kind of beginnings, Enzo, Audi, Cram, English, depending on the availability of these courses, you can take these courses, but still you are advised to talk to your advisor whether this course actually covers this area. Sometimes the course that starts with Enzo, let's say, may cover actually roots of culture. Yes, and other courses may cover the social system and human behavior. So please talk to your advisor to clarify whether this course is a GCP covering this or that area. Then we have the physical natural world, global understanding, quantitative literacy, arts appreciation, and Keystone seminar. These areas, all of them require you to complete 3 credit hours. So one course for each area. Yes. I would like to mention this part because this is important. We may have students who want to take this course at early stage when they are sophomore or freshmen. Unfortunately, you are not allowed to take this course unless you have completed the GCP, all the GCP requirements. If you have covered all the areas, then you are allowed to take this course. Basically, these courses are this course is added to junior or senior students when they have completed the GCP areas. Then we have the skill area. I think I need to mention the requirements for the GCP. You need to cover 1.67 GPA and 30 credit hours for completing your GCP. Then we have the skill areas. It's very important to mention that skill areas will usually automatically simultaneously be covered along with the knowledge areas that we have just looked at. So for example, as you can see, we have one course here, INTL 1050, that is covering global understanding, and it's at the same time covering critical thinking. Sometimes some courses may not cover simultaneously, then you will have to take the course that actually covers the skill areas. Sometimes it's not that often, but sometimes it works so the same here for this skill area. You need to complete 15 credit hours, 1.67 GPA. Now we have reached the very interesting part where we have the electives and unused courses. We have students who want to know whether the course is elective, whether they have to repeat the course, if it's core or not. So if you find this course in this section at the very end, then this course is an elective for you. This is not a core course for you. So that means you can drop it if you want to, or you can change to core course, or if you have failed, let's say this course, you do not have to repeat the course, let's say. And the courses that are states as unused, it means that you have either failed this course or withdraw, or you did not attend the classes. So they are also going to be mentioned in this list. So with grade, if it's elective, it will have the grade here. If it's if you have failed, it will have F here, or if you have a zone, it will be W, WF if you did not attend the classes. So this is where you will navigate whether this course is an elective, and if it's a core. So you can just press Ctrl F and search for the course as well and find where this course belongs and have a clear understanding if this course is core or not, or GCP. So we also have students who ask, they have failed GCP core, does I need to repeat this particular course or not? if you can repeat the same course, you can repeat it. If you want another, you can also repeat with another GCP course that covers the same area. But for that, you are highly recommended to have a conversation with your advisor and have a better understanding on that. So basically, this is it about the reviewing the degree audit. I hope you found it very useful and productive. This kind of informative videos are going to be in this channel, and enjoy your studies. Good luck.